welcome to my special video about the Toys R Us in Douglaston, New York. I just felt a little bit emotional making this video, obviously, and to get into the point I want to make is that when I was recording the video, I actually had some outdated information in that video. The only thing I can say right now is that the Toys R Us company announced today is that the United Kingdom stores, I'm still recording this video on March 14th, by the way, all the stores in the United Kingdom are closing. But it sounds like Toys R Us wants to keep some stores open during liquidation. Now, I don't know what that means, but maybe for another month or two, or maybe for the rest of the year, I don't know. The Dawn in Douglaston's still going to stay open. But even when I recorded the part about the outro saying, go to your local Toys R Us while you can while it's still open, I only meant it because, Toys R Us may not be around for forever because, people keep making up rumors online and people keep saying, oh, well, the Toys R Us is going to close. People are freaking out. Well, even if you can, just go. Even if your location's closing, if your store is part of the 100 locations that are closing, because I'm not going to be able to go to Call Place, or I'm not going to be able to go to Massapequa Park, because what would be the whole point of doing that? But if you can, I'm going to mention to PinePower, if he can, I know it sounds an idiotic request, that he can maybe go to the Toys R Us and Call Place before it shuts down next month. I would love to see him do a video about that because I'm pretty sure from where he is in Mineola, he can walk over to Old Country and Glen Cove Road. But that's not the point. The point of this video is to talk about Toys R Us and how doing this one last walkthrough was really emotional to do. I really thought it was going to be my last, but thankfully, the article in the description below only says the United Kingdom stores are closing. So all the British are losing Toys R Us, but I feel bad for them because you can thank Amazon Prime and eBay for that. But thankfully, it looks like my Douglaston location, my childhood location, still going to stay open for now. At least for another month. So let's hope it stays that way because I saw a lot of parents today in that store, and they all had the same feeling. Where are we going to go for our kids if we can't go to this location? Because Call Place and Massapequa Park are closing. Where else are you supposed to go? Right? Nowhere else in Northeast Queens, so that's why Toys R Us is there. So, enough chit-chat with the intro. For now, Douglaston is saved, but anything can change, and I'll keep updating the description, and if Douglaston somehow closes, I will do a special video about that. I won't go back there. I'll just do a reading of an article that maybe might end up in the Chronicle or Tribune or any of our other free newspapers. I forget the other one right now. Isn't it the Chronic? Yeah, I think it's the Chronic. I'm not too sure, but yeah, if I get any updated news, description, if Douglaston closes, I will provide the information. But looks like for now, Douglaston's staying open. So let's go to the main video, and I hope you all enjoy this amazing walkthrough that I was able to film. I want to let you know how bad this plaza has gotten through hard times. Macy's used to be here for a very long time. This location, along with Toys R Us, has been here since the 1980s. And my dad would always take me to this Toys R Us, and I love the video game department. And many of you know I am a big gamer, but we're just going to quickly walk up to Macy's, and this is a big shame that this Macy's closed about a year or two ago. And downstairs, they're thinking of closing the movie theater, which would be a real hard hit to this neighborhood because a lot of people go to the movie theater around here. So we're going to walk up to Macy's just a quick sec, and we're going to go to Toys R Us one last time because it's going to be an emotional visit for me. Again, I've been going to this Toys R Us since I was a kid, and I hate to see them all close. So let's see what it says over here in front of the store. Come see us at the Manhasset location on Northern Boulevard, which my mom prefers that location anyway over this one. Yeah, both on the doors, eh? Yeah, special hours. I gotta admit, you know, this Macy's was here when I was a kid, and again, this one opened in 1983, but came to the Toys R Us, so we're gonna walk to Toys R Us in a sec. We're gonna do one last visit to the Toys R Us here in Douglaston, New York, my childhood Toys R Us. We will be walking in momentarily. So we're at the front right now, and they're going with their calendar. They haven't put in anything for April, so just like Hall Place and Massapequa Park, I'm sure they're closing this one too, because again, they're supposed to make an announcement, but today's only the 14th, and they said last Friday, what day was it? I forget, yeah, the 9th, was supposed to be an announcement, but no announcement, so yeah, look at this, they actually have a March Madness event this weekend. Isn't that, they still have a calendar. And there's actually a Blade tournament that happened here last weekend, so we're going to walk in and take a look at the aisles. Alright, so we are in the front of the store right now, and this is the Easter section. Interesting how they have these trampolines here. They list them for sale, but they don't actually let you see the trampolines and swing sets. Here are the Easter baskets. They're still selling stuff for Easter, which is a good sign, so hopefully this location will last until April, even though this will possibly be my last visit ever to this location. On the front, just some stuff here. This is interesting, they actually have the slides over here. Now see, I would be tempted to have this if I was a kid. I love this. For the imagination, you know, this would be fun. For the creative, imaginative thing. Okay, let's just quickly take a look. Yeah, more stuff for sale over here. Got your Duracells. Oh, see it on TV. They figured they want people to plan for the summer already. Am I seeing things right? Is this the sharper image? Wow. Yeah, wow. You know, I have not seen the sharper image in years. That's impressive. Yeah, you got the little Tikes over here. Yeah. As we're just quickly walking in the description below, I'm going to post Grimm's Toy Show video on his location in Toms River, because that was a funny video last week that him and his family did in the store, having fun playing around. But this is only a virtual tour video, because as I said, I really hate to see my childhood Toys R Us go, but let's continue walking. Now this is pretty neat. They have some very creative toys over here. You have the Rubik's Cube. I know PinePower, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about with the Rubik's Cube. My parents actually gave me one when I was a kid, and I loved playing with it every day. I mentioned Grimm's Toy Show. If he's watching, his some WWE figures, I'm sure you'd buy the Elite Series over here, knowing you. If you came to this location and you were in with me like, oh, look at that. Surprisingly, this is a very small WWE figure section they have here. You know me by now. I'm a big World Wrestling Entertainment fan, and wow, Dean Ambrose, good packaging over there, huh? Fake lawnmowers. So this is just the specialty stuff, I think. So we're gonna continue walking and going around the store because making me feel like a kid again. And I don't want to grow up thing is starting to come into my mind right now. But the song playing in the background, you know, it definitely helps. Over here you got a specialty Hasbro Gaming. I like this one over here, see? The Monopoly Gamer. Looks fun. I don't admit that. Yeah. Monopoly. Got your Legos over here. Now this is a big shame because this location, along with the Hasbro section, was also known for Lego figures, and I used to play with Legos when I was a kid, and you know, this is one I would want to build. Jeffrey the Giraffe. I'm thinking of buying this. I'm debating if I should come back later and buy this because it looks interesting. I will admit that. Something to just keep as a souvenir, I guess. Now I like this. Let's see if any New York structures are here. I see the U.S. Capitol, but I don't see the Empire State Building, London. Oh, yes, yes, yes! This is wonderful. So you can even get this on Amazon for a good price, but look at this. You have the Statue of Liberty, you have the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building. I don't know what building that is, but that is One World Trade over there. So if you get the chance, come to Douglaston because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left as I'm recording this video. But yeah, for Jeffrey the Giraffe, $5 is definitely a good price. I might end up buying it because again, just to have a souvenir from this visit would be awesome. And $5.99, let me tell you right now, is the best reasonable price that I can definitely not debate with. You got Specialty Marvel, DC, Star Wars. Star Wars over here. More Star Wars. You know, this is a big shame that they're closing the stores. And look at this. Wouldn't you at least want to know what you're buying beforehand? Before you even figure out what you want to buy your kid? I mean, come on. Yeah, this is just unique. And you have the Duplos over here. Oh yeah, I've heard of the Duplos before. They're pretty interesting. Duplos were something I used to play with when I was a kid, and then my mom got rid of them when I was about 4 or 5. This is a... Wow! Am I seeing this? The old Duplo block set. Yep, definitely some nostalgia over here. And then the build your own vehicles. $14.99 is a very reasonable price. I mean, honestly, for a kid coming in here, they want to take a look at the box before they even think about buying it. Target or Walmart can't offer you this. One last look at the Lego section over here. We got Lego Friends, Lego City. Lego City definitely was something I wanted to have as a kid, but I never got that set. This is interesting for $6.99, but Jeffrey the Giraffe is something I definitely want to get. Yeah, definitely for Lego City. This is the place you go for Lego City. Now this is awesome. A high-speed passenger train. And look, the original remote control. You know, I used to remember seeing these 10, 15 years ago when I came to this location. Boy, this is just unique. How you can build a whole world with this stuff. Whole creative, imaginative world. And they're just going to take away from this from kids. And quickly, out of all the sets, I got to admit, this is my favorite right here. This is my favorite right here. Let's take a look at it. $9.99 is the best price for this. The classic Chevy Silverado truck. I know PinePower is against them, but for the imaginative purpose, you want to have this. So, the main reason why I would always come to Toys R Us was for Little Tikes. And thank goodness Little Tikes is still in business, because in 2018, you know, who would think for getting a kid Little Tikes? But Little Tikes is still around. I'm pretty impressed with Little... Oh, okay, I thought it was the official announcement that we're closing all the Toys R Us stores. Imaginext. This is Fisher-Price, but, gotta admit, this is starting to remind me of Al's Toy Barn in Toys R Us, and in Toy Story 2. Wow, more Dory. And the Lego section, if you didn't see, I saw the, Disney figures. Yeah, Paddington! Wow! Paddington!
You know, I'm not surprised because the second movie just came out 2 months ago. And thankfully the music isn't too loud here, because when Pine Power did his video about Sears and Hicksville closing, which I'll leave that in the description as well, yeah, that's what I'll do. Grimm's video and then Pine Power's video on Sears, I'll leave them both in the description. Yeah, here's Little Tikes. You know what, I'm disappointed? Where is the... Yes, they're still here! Wow! Little Tikes Wheels is still here. I still have the yellow and red car in my living room as a souvenir. Wow. I still have the vehicles from Little Tikes. I still have my Little Tikes as a souvenir. And this is where the xylophone came from earlier. I figured we'll play with it one more time, because again, before I leave, I want to... Wow. That's some nostalgia for me. I used to have a Little Tikes xylophone back in the day. Yeah, here's Fisher Price, and here's some stuffed animals. Another thing I liked about Toys R Us was that, stuffed animals. Right over here. Now, this is awesome. This big panda bear. I wonder if the dogs are still here. Oh, the dogs are still here. Good. Yeah, you have a giraffe that looks like Jeffrey. Which, again, we are going to get Jeffrey the Giraffe's Lego set later on. I might do a video on it when I buy it, but this is awesome. I gotta admit, this is just unique and interesting. Boy. This is just awesome to see actual stuffed animals in 2018 in a real setting like this. This is interesting. Betting in a Toys R Us. When Babies R Us and Toys R Us merged, they started to do this. So, you know, this is an interesting look. Okay, we can't be in the baby section too long, but I'll try to get a good view of it as much as I can from an angle, because we really do have to be careful in case any employee comes, but, you know, Babies R Us, Toys R Us merged. Sort of saved Toys R Us long term, but now they're liquidating all the stores. You know, you're not going to be able to come in here and buy your baby stuff. You may have to end up going to Buy Baby, or I don't even know what else I can think of to buy stuff, but yeah, this is the baby registry desk. Thankfully nobody's here at the moment, so that's good. So we're not going to spend too much time in this aisle. We really have to be careful in the Power Wheels aisle, because apparently 2 employees are checking the store to see if anybody's filming, but I gotta admit, another reason why you need Toys R Us is to at least see what you're buying a kid before they even, you know, that's the whole point of coming to Toys R Us, is that I want my kid to know that he or she's going to be safe before I buy them this $300 product. See, that's the whole point of why you need Toys R Us. And sorry for Pine Power, but Range Rovers and this makes me want to throw up as well. I can tell this is a Mercedes-Benz or an Infiniti QX35, which I don't like those vehicles. I'm more of a simple guy if I ever wanted a car. I've always said to my friends I want a 2010 Mercury Grand Marquis, but Mercury's not around anymore, so even though it gets fairly good gas mileage with 21 miles per gallon on the highway, ugh. I'll give credit's due of the employees. I just heard them going in the bike section, and it's amazing how they're willing to help people in their time of need, because they are closing eventually this location, and even with the books here, I'm going to take a look at some books and think if I'm going to buy a book instead of a Jeffrey the Giraffe thing. Yeah, but just one quick thing. Let's take a look at the figures. This figure's over here. Animal Planet, it's over here. You know what's so odd? It's Bigfoot! And then here are the dinosaurs, and, you know, just real interesting to see these figures one last time. I'm just going to quickly mention Grimm's video again, because apparently his location in Toms River, New Jersey is apparently a whole lot bigger than this one, because this is not a not a huge selection of bikes, but at least you can tell that the bikes are around, which, again, this is... I completely agree with Grim. This is exactly why you need Toys R Us. Because without Toys R Us, how is a kid supposed to know if the brakes even work on the bus when an employee takes the bike down? I mean, look at all these tricycles. It's amazing. You can't get this online. And another reason why you need Toys R Us. Helmets. Knee pads. You have Barbies. You have Nerf. Nerf! You have some sports stuff over here, which is useful. Be careful. Might be an employee. See, this is what you can get in a Toys R Us. Ooh, Hot Wheels. Used to remember having one of these. Wow. Hot Wheels. Wow. You know, I see this in Target all the time, but... eesh. Yeah, see, all the Hot Wheels. All of them right here. And look at this, Tonka. I love Tonka. Yeah, and down there is the video game section. I might check it out in a sec. But again, just a real shame to see this all go. Quickly, let's take a look at the Star Wars figures. Yeah, here are all the Marvel figures. Look at this. This is why you need Toys R Us, to at least feel the toy. And Robert from Grimm's Toy Show, I completely agree with you. You know, if you're buying something like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, wouldn't you at least want to touch Groot? I am Groot! Exactly. Completely agree with you on that. Star Wars. Barbies. I'm not going to go to Barbie, but you get the whole idea of why you need Toys R Us. But the whole Barbie section, you can't get that online. This is why you need a specialty store like this. I hope the mom and pop stores don't go under next, like Toys R Us is, but you get the whole idea. Look, you have forts go underneath. This is what a kid wants. Musical instruments. Not that much selection of video games. I don't think Nintendo Switch is here. Oh wait, the Switch is here. That's good. Yeah, all the stuff's in here. You got Switch, Xbox One. That shouldn't say Xbox 360. Ah, all right, because you have it organized. I think PS4 is somewhere. Yeah, and here's PS4, but you get the idea. Many people just go to Target, Walmart, or GameStop to get games, but you get the whole idea. But one quick thing. I thought they didn't sell mature-rated games in Toys R Us, but they must have changed that policy. You got PS4 Pro, PS4 Battlefront, PS4 Slim. You get this in GameStop, but Toys R Us, it used to be a bigger selection when I was a kid. That's for sure, when the GameCube, PlayStation 2 was out. And then you have your DVD, Blu-ray section. Oh, yeah. Korg is amazing, but $70, he can't be mine. So, as I'm leaving the store, I'm just going to make one point, is that I'm definitely getting the Jeffrey the Giraffe Lego set for $5.99, which I gotta admit, it's the best thing I can do. And let me fix my hair. But as I'm ending this video, please, if you can, go to your Toys R Us before they close, because if you have any memories like I do, or anybody else, you're not going to have this for many long, and I just have a feeling that this location is going to close in April along with all the other ones, and especially how, again, Carl Place and Massapequa Park is scheduled to close next month, and even in Delmarva with Dover closing. I'm sure Salisbury, Maryland is next on Nailor Road, so yeah, if you can, just remember, fit the time in, fit an hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter. Just try to go to your local Toys R Us, and if possible, try to buy the Jeffrey the Giraffe figure, because for $6, it's the best price anybody can get. So, thank you for watching my video about the Toys R Us in Douglaston, because apparently this is going to be my last time ever coming here when they officially make the announcement that all stores are closing. So, until next time, take care.